been on several mission trips before. What do you think is the number one misunderstanding or misconception about third world countries that people from developed or first world countries have about places like Haiti or Jamaica?
Well, in most cases, a large percentage of this population in the United States has never been there. What they have done is to go to the Caribbean, go to Mexico on the coast, principally, some to the mountains. It's a resort attitude. Haiti used to have a very large tourist business, but that was in the way back in the days of Papa Doc.
La bomba.
Meet Jay Pierce, lawyer, golfer, cowboy, and ultimately an Episcopal priest with a degree from seminary school and law school. Jay was born on August 19, 1936, in the old mining town of Rockmart, Georgia. Population less than 5,000. He grew up with Mother Billy and one other brother, Ronnie. After graduating from law school and working at a firm for a couple of years, he met Patricia Peters, the love of his life. Their love story was similar to any others. They got married, they bought a house, and they had kids, who, predictably, had more kids. And, in case you were wondering, here's where I come in. That's my sister, and that's me. I'm Jay Pierce's granddaughter. My name is Julia Nickel. Although I've been out of the country multiple times since the 6th grade, none of the places I've visited have spoken to me more than Haiti. My travels began when I was just 12 years old. It was the summer of 6th grade, and my mother flew me over to Châtillon, France, to stay with my godmother and her family. From there, I've traveled to Eleuthera, Bahamas, Jamaica, and of course, Haiti. In Haiti, I worked with volunteers from Food for the Poor, visiting hospitals, schools, and building houses for the locals with my grandfather and my cousin, Olivia Kirsch. This past summer, I stayed with a host family in Mexico for 6 weeks to study at the University of Guanajuato. It was here I finally decided to major in international business and sociology. If I could trace this decision back to one person in my family tree, it would be Jay Pierce, the man who came from a population of 5,000 onto seeing over 19 different countries in his lifetime, while never losing sight of what the real purpose was: helping others. This is his story in honor of how it's affected mine.
Jay Pierce, and I'm retired. I spent about 15 years as a priest with hospice work, The last 17 years before my retirement, I spent it with Food for the Poor, an international Christian organization that is ecumenical in its attitude, and they work in 19 different countries.
My introduction to Food for the Poor was with an old friend who was a priest who went and worked with Food for the Poor for some time, and he was dying. And he called me and asked me if I would go and go to Haiti, as a matter of fact, which is where I went. And that began my career from his recommendation.
Did you originally see yourself working for a nonprofit when you were younger, or no?
My being with a nonprofit comes as a natural result of being with the church. One of the things that you just naturally do is you're aware of the needs of people.
All right. What was the first time you traveled to a developing country? What was the purpose of it?
It was 17 years ago, and it was to Haiti. It was with Food for the Poor. It was an orientation. I had just joined the firm, and the idea was quite correct that if you're going to go represent Food for the Poor, you best go see what they cover.
What was it about Haiti that made you keep coming back?
Haiti is a country that suffers from a terrible history. And irrespective of how far they think they have come, because they have never developed a representative form of government, they've never had an economy that would produce enough income to be distributed down through the classes. Doesn't mean I'm not interested in Guatemala or Jamaica or any of the other countries, and I go there and participate. But Haiti is it's a bad hole.
What would you say is the most gratifying experience you've ever had in Haiti?
In Haiti? This little girl has spina bifida. It's a terrible disease, and one of the things we were able to do was to negotiate with a group who practiced medicine in this field in Atlanta. And we got her to Atlanta, we got her treated, and she can walk now. That's the most dramatic, that's the most satisfying, immediate kind of thing. This is the back gate of the warehouse in Port-au-Prince, where we feed about 2,000 families every day. The gate is locked until the food is ready. And as you can see on the face of this woman, she has been waiting for a long time. She is terrified she will be pushed aside. And at the opening, she becomes a 90-pound terror. I love her to death. Every day I look at that picture and think about the people who are having to fight for their food, fight for the very existence all over this world. And the final picture is a typical picture of a community in Haiti, and a child who's running around without clothing, streets are unpaved, electricity doesn't exist, water is purified. I look at that group there, who are about 4, maybe 5 years old, and I ask myself the question, what future do they have? And that's the question I'm trying to answer when I go to Haiti.
The finished answer is quite simple. We bring people there to emotionally and intellectually connect to the people of Haiti.
Going to places like Haiti, Jamaica, and Eleuthera taught me that traveling to third world countries isn't about vacation time or even you. It's about understanding and experiencing their culture. It is something we, as the next generation of the global community, have the responsibility to do. And anybody can.
If you could give one piece of advice to anybody who's traveling to a third world country or a developing country for the first time, what would you say to them?
Be quiet. Listen. Look around. Certainly the leader of your group will be pointing out things, and there'll be locals who will be talking to you sometimes through interpreters. But don't get so involved in that you don't look at the children who will gather when you come. Touch the children if you have the opportunity. Don't fail to look at the traffic, the cars and trucks, most of which would not make it on a junkyard in this country. Look at the women in particular who are carrying things. And it's the women who carry that nation, as a matter of fact. I have a statue around here somewhere of a man who is pulling a cart, and he has timber on it. And look at that when you see it. Sometimes you'll see people building a building, and it's obvious they don't know what the hell they're doing, because it isn't square and it isn't going to last at the next trauma. But, what can I say? It's Haiti.
Aquellos ojos verdes